Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and I'm going through the questions today, and some questions I've answered, but so long time ago that I think revisiting is not a bad idea to do so, kind of upgrading the video to a newer version. And the question that I have today, and it happens that I got it a few times in the past, maybe the past 6 months, and I got it today, which made me remind myself that maybe talking a little bit about it would be a good idea. Today, AMD announced a new series of Zen 4 7000 Threadripper CPUs, and the question that was this morning, and it's not related to that, but it made me think of that question, is about AMD or Intel. And I know this is a thing that a lot of people just don't understand exactly what we're saying here and what we're talking about. So, if you right click on the start button and you go to your task manager, on your PC, you will have in the performance tab the CPU. And the CPU is going to be two names here. It's going to be Intel with a bunch of numbers, letters, and names, or it's going to say that it's an AMD, probably Ryzen or AMD CPU. And these are two different manufacturers. Intel is the dominant one. Intel is the one that sells the most CPUs for the PCs. It's dominant in a big way. It also is very closely tied to Microsoft, and often decisions are taken with both of them talking to each other. And AMD has not always had good reputation. AMD sometimes had problems. If you would have told me back in 2010, should I buy an AMD-based computer, and I would have told you immediately, Intel, the only way to go. And the reason why is that I could see, and that's the beauty of being in the field and going to fix computers. You see things and you see patterns that you would not notice if it wasn't that you see these patterns all the time. And the pattern I would see is that there are more people having problems with, overheating, with crashing on machines that had an AMD CPU. Failure rates were a little higher than on Intel. And that, of course, for a long time made me always stay Intel. Every time I'd buy a new computer, I'd stay on the Intel side. So what we're talking here simply is that the two are two manufacturers of the central processing unit of your PC. The brain of your computer is either an Intel brain or an AMD brain. They are compatible with each other. That's why you can run your software in Windows. So they are x64 or x86 based. And, of course, compatible with each other with a few little, differences on each side. Now, AMD kind of faded away slightly in the 2000 to 2020 timeframe-ish. But it actually came back in a big way. It created a new series of CPUs, which are the Ryzen CPUs, that really gave you a lot of bang for the buck. They outperformed Intel in many, many ways. And they actually were much better constructed and much more professional, like Intel, with, really good fans and good architecture, and not overeating like they used to in the past, where they were always running very hot. So that changed in a big way my recommendations. And I actually personally jumped on the AMD bandwagon because my Asus gaming laptop is an AMD Ryzen machine. And it was the first time ever that I had purchased a machine with an AMD CPU, and I'm actually very pleased with it. So, when somebody today says, oh, I see these nice machines, I got one that's really cute, but what's AMD? I thought there was only Intel. Well, you know what? If it's an AMD Ryzen, no problem. Buy it. I would not have today a recommendation of avoid one over the other. There is a lot of, when we say brand loyalty, and there's still a lot of brand loyalty, so I'm pretty sure that a lot of people out there that are watching this video are saying, nah, I'm staying with Intel. I don't trust. And that's okay. I mean, Intel CPUs are great, and I have nothing to say against them. The real geeky, techie guy will go with the specs and look at the speeds and look at the performance of one over the other, and they'll tell you, oh, this because of that, and the pipeline of 16 bits here and the whatever, and you're like, yeah, okay, some of you are there, and that's fine. I mean, it's part of the PC enthusiasts. Some are pushing it to the edge of, yeah, no, I'd rather have this, but here we're talking mostly to the average person that, for example, would buy a new PC. Or maybe bought a PC and wondered, did I do the right thing in buying this with AMD? You did the right thing. No problem there. You don't have to worry about it. Today's AMD CPUs are great. So, you know what? Whatever you choose is going to be fine. There's no more real, I'll choose this over that. There's other things to worry about on a PC than the CPU today when you purchase, actually. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.